Hi, I'm Eric Perkins from Starrett. I'm their product support specialist. Today we're here at the EASTEC show and we're showing an FMM, the force measurement machine. This particular model is the 550 model. So that means it'll go up to 550 pounds. But we've got a much smaller load cell on here. We only have a 50-pound load cell. So basically the machine resizes itself for the capacity of the load cell. So it went from a 550 to a 50-pound machine. On this little application here, we're actually testing some foam. So we're going to come down and find the top of the foam, and then it's going to reset itself, and then it's going to go down to 2 pounds, and then go back up to a half pound, and it's going to do that in a cycle motion twice so that we'll be able to see the graph. It's as simple as basically hitting the start button right here. So just press it and it'll be automatic. Now it's actually finding the top of the foam, so it's coming down very slowly. That's where the light blue is, so it's kind of showing you what it's doing. It's going to find the top, reset, and then go do the test. So it went to the 0.2, and now it's coming back to 0. It's going to start going back up and load, going to 2 pounds, and then it's going to go back down to a half pound. It hit 0, and now it's going up to 2 pounds. And when it reaches at 2 pounds, it's going to turn around and come back to a half pound. You're actually kind of looking at how quick the foam recovers. Whenever it's compressed, like your seat of your car, you don't want it to stay compressed for too long, so you want it to recover real quickly. And it repeats the process, and at the end it goes back home. Today we're going over Starrett's trigger pull fixture. So first things first, you want to cock it up, pull up, press the release button. Now it's released again. So now it is cocked and ready for our test. So we're going to hit start test. What I have it doing is it's pulling up and it's finding the actual touch of the trigger, and now it's starting to pull. You're going to see it click in just a second. These things are so accurate that you can actually use that to find the weapon amongst all the other weapons. Now the test is over. The most important thing that you want to get out of this test is the repeatability of the trigger. So if we go back and we look at some of our tests that we've done in the past, I would say that's pretty repeatable, wouldn't you? Something that all manufacturers are doing or starting to do is record it. Just like the rifling out of a barrel, the trigger pull signature is almost equal to finding that weapon. And a lot of times serial numbers are ground off, but if there's no modification on that trigger, you can find that weapon and know the serial number.
This is the W4900 indicator from the Starrett company. It's the only indicator on the market that has a touch screen, and with that, it's programmable. You can change your graduations. You can inch metric conversion is quick. You can have a graduated dial display as you see here, or a digital numeric display showing. You can set limits on it with color coded for out of tolerance and warning. So it's a very versatile indicator. It can do just about anything that any indicator, electronic indicator on the market can do, either in an analog appearance or in a numeric display. It also has data output capability as well. It can be used as it's plugged in, or it has a rechargeable battery. Once again, nothing like this in the market with a touchscreen display. And it's very unique to Starrett and fairly new to the market.
This here is our Starrett AVR 200 vertical vision system. This one has an 8x4 inch stage travel for X and Y, and then it has 8 inches in the Z axis. It's a fully programmable automated system, so it can run programs fully automated with a one-click start. So all you have to do is put a pattern into the field of view, one click on the screen, and then the program will start its execution. This one here, we have a zoom system, so we have about 50x to about 330x true magnification. It has 10 magnifications in between there. So it also comes with a contact probe for Z-axis and 3D measurement. Stage illumination from the bottom, top, through axis through the light, and then we also have an option for a dark field quad light. So the Metrology M3 software is a touchscreen enabled software, and so in order to take measurements, all we need to do is one click on the features that we're looking to acquire, and if we want to know the distance between this, we would say measure distance, select the 2 features, and then done. And we'll get our distance value right here. It also has the options for telecentric lensing, as well as different size stages. So this is our smallest version here, the 8x4 inch. It also comes in a 12 by 8 inch stage and a 16 by 12 stage. So this here is our Starrett HDV 300. It's a digital comparator. It's the more modernized version of the optical comparator. Instead of using a mirror system inside, it actually uses a digital camera and then the M3 software for measurements. Where a lot of the shortfalls of the old optical comparators, this one really gives us repeatability in measurements as well as great surface illumination. So we have our lighting here. So we get full color surface illumination, whereas an old optical comparator, you're gonna have a lot of trouble trying to see surface features. This one really eliminates all of that. The other thing you have here is, as well with the M3, you have point and click measurements. So point and click measurements, so we can just point and click and take our features just like that. This system comes in manual or CNC, as well as 3 different size options. So we have a 12-inch stage, a 16-inch stage, and a 22-inch stage. So where this system is particularly good for is anything that's a turn part. So you get very consistent edges. So the key benefits to this system are repeatability between users, where the old optical comparators, you're using whatever the user's eye is to find the edge of a part. This system takes out the user variability. So with the one-touch measurements, multiple users can get very consistent results from one operator to the next, as well as with different parts. The systems are fully programmable, and when you have different parts, you'll have different programs for each one of those based on a part number. And the programming is very simple. So all we need to do is we select a pattern, we create a pattern image here, and then we take our measurements that we're looking for. So we just go through and we click through each one. And then in order to play it, we go to the M3 button here, we hit play, and then we match up the pattern here, and all we do is one click on the screen, and it's going to go and take its measurements just like that. And where this really comes in handy is we don't need to have perfect alignment of the parts. What we can do is we can take the part out, we can put it back in, not in the same location. We can hit new run here. It'll ask it in the same location and we say no. And then all we do is we move the part into the field of view and one click on the screen. It makes the adjustment based on the rotation of the part, and then we just move it into the circle over here. So, yeah. And then you also have a results window here, which will allow you to export and save all of your data for each run.